Hello students, in this session we'll discuss about physical properties of aldehydes and ketones, then chemical properties. Okay, first we'll discuss about boiling point. Methanol or formaldehyde is a gas whose boiling point is 252 Kelvin, whereas acetaldehyde, ethanol has boiling point 294 Kelvin. And other aldehydes and ketones are liquids. Other aldehydes and ketones are liquids. The boiling point of aldehyde and ketone increases with increase in the molecular mass. Okay. The boiling point of aldehyde and ketone increases with increase in molar mass. Both aldehydes and ketones are polar molecules due to the presence of carbon oxygen double bond. Both aldehydes and ketones, both aldehydes and ketones are polar molecules due to the presence of carbon oxygen double bond. Now let us discuss solubility in water, whether they are soluble in water or not. Let us say this: solubility in water. Some aldehydes and ketones like methanol, ethanol, propanone are completely soluble in water. Okay, aldehydes and ketones such as methanol, HCHO. This is methanol, NaL, ethanol, CH3, CHO, propanone. Common name is acetone, CH3, CO, CH3. This is propanone. These are completely soluble in water. Completely soluble in water. Solubility of aldehydes and ketones decreases with increase in the chain length. Solubility decreases. Solubility decreases with increase in the chain length. The solubility is because the formation of hydrogen bond between water and aldehyde or ketone. If aldehyde and ketone they forms hydrogen bond with water, then only they are soluble. If they are unable to form hydrogen bond with water, then they remain insoluble. As the length of carbon chain increases, they does not form the hydrogen bond with the water molecule, hence they remain insoluble. Now let us see the odor. Now odor means smell. Lower aldehydes have sharp pungent odors. As the size of the molecule increases, the odor becomes less pungent and more fragrance. Many naturally occurring aldehydes and ketones are used in blending perfumes and flavoring agents. Many naturally occurring aldehydes and ketones are used in blending perfumes. Natural occurring aldehydes and ketones used in blending perfumes and flavoring agents. These are some of the physical properties of aldehydes and ketones. Now we'll discuss chemical properties of aldehydes as well as ketones. First, addition of hydrogen cyanide. Addition of hydrogen cyanide. When aldehydes and ketones reacts with hydrogen cyanide, cyanohydrins are formed. Either aldehydes or ketones. When they treated with hydrogen cyanide, they form corresponding cyanohydrins. But this reaction is very slow. Reaction is slow with pure hydrogen cyanide, because hydrogen cyanide is a weak electrolyte. Therefore, you have to add base. If base is added, then that generates. If base is added, that generates strong Cn minus nucleophile. Rate of reaction increases. Rate of reaction that readily adds to the carbonyl compound. You are going to get corresponding cyanohydrins. Now we'll see that reaction. HCN. If base is added to this, you are going to get nucleophile Cn minus plus a molecule of water. If base is not added, then we are going to get less number of cyanides, hence reaction doesn't proceed towards forward direction, or the rate of reaction is very slow. Now this cyanide ion adds to this carbonyl carbon atom C double bond O plus cyanide ion with lone pair of electrons. Movement of electron takes place like this. Yes, this is having positive charge, negative charge. So the cyanide attacks carbonyl carbon atom. So you are going to get tetrahedral intermediate like this. CO minus Cn tetrahedral intermediate addition of proton takes place. It leads to cyanohydrin. Here you are going to get Cn, not here. O minus means OH, and here Cn, this is cyanohydrin. Okay, aldehydes and ketones, they are known as carbonyl compounds only when they are added to the hydrogen cyanide is added, then you are going to get corresponding cyanohydrins. The reaction is slow with pure HN because it is a weak electrolyte, does not dissociate completely into Cn minus and H plus. Hence, you have to add a base. Base is added, it acts as a catalyst that converts or that brings the dissociation or ionization of HCN. You are going to get more number of Cn minus ion. That Cn minus ion attacks carbonyl carbon to form tetrahedral intermediate. Then finally you are going to get corresponding cyanohydrins. Now let us see the example. When acetaldehyde reacts with the cyanide ion or hydrogen cyanide, you are going to get acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. Now let us see the reaction. First we'll write CH3 CHO acetaldehyde plus cyanide ion, you are going to get tetrahedral intermediate. Movement of electron takes place like this. The pair of electrons, they move towards, a bonded pair of electrons moves towards oxygen atom. Cn adds to carbon atom. Here carbon gets positive charge, oxygen gets negative charge. You are going to get an intermediate, tetrahedral intermediate. Then addition of proton takes place to tetrahedral intermediate, and you are going to get corresponding cyanoidin, acetaldehyde cyanohydrin, CH3 COH CNH, acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. This is the addition of hydrogen cyanide to carbonyl compounds such as aldehyde as well as ketones. You are going to get cyanohydrins. Now we'll discuss addition of sodium hydrogen sulfide to carbonyl compounds. Sodium sulfite adds to aldehydes or ketones, both contain carbonyl group. Okay, sodium bisulfite NaHSO3 adds to aldehydes and ketones to give an addition product. First it forms SO3H group, then ONA, and here this is OH means alcoholic group. This alcoholic group is weaker acid than SO3H. SO3H is stronger, so sodium salt of SO3H is formed. Sodium salt of the SO3 is formed. Here Na gets attached to SO3 and just proton transfer takes place from here to here. You are going to get proton transfer. You are going to get sodium bisulfite addition product SO3 NaOH. This is bisulfite addition compound. Bisulfite addition compound. Which is crystalline in nature. Which is a crystalline compound. Now let us see this. This represents aldehyde or ketone. Both are represented by both contain this carbonyl group. Now let us see example. Acetaldehyde CH3 C double bond O H. Acetaldehyde reacts with NaHSO3 sodium bisulfite or sodium hydrogen sulfide. You are going to get crystalline compound CH3 C SO3 NaH OH bisulfite addition compound. Bisulfite addition compound. This first example where we have considered aldehyde. We will take example of a ketone. Acetone CH3 C double bond O CH3 acetone, or this is also known as propanone. Acetone reacts with NaHSO3 sodium bisulfite, and you are going to crystalline compound CH3C CH3 SO3Na OH. This is acetone bisulfite addition compound which is crystalline in nature. These are the reactions of the aldehydes and ketones with the sodium bisulfite. Here, if bulkier groups are present, that is attached to carbonyl atom, due to steric hindrance, they does not react with sodium bisulfite. Hence, diethyl ketone, acetophenone, benzophenone, they does not answer sodium bisulfite test. Or they does not react with the sodium bisulfite. Okay, if bulkier groups are present here, such as diethyl ketone, here C2H5, here also C2H5, these two becomes bulkier groups, so there is no space for this SO3Na to attack the carbon atom, hence that is called a steric hindrance. Hence the diethyl ketone or acetophenone or benzophenone, that does not react with the sodium bisulfite, hence they doesn't answer the sodium bisulfite addition product. Next is addition of Grignard reagent. Already we have discussed this in chapter alcohols. Grignard reagent reacts with aldehydes and ketones. Grignard's reagent reacts with aldehydes or ketones, gives an addition product, which on hydrolysis gives primary alcohols or secondary alcohols. If aldehydes are there, you will end with primary alcohol. If ketones are there, you will end with secondary alcohol. Already we have discussed this reaction. Now let us discuss the addition of alcohols. Aldehydes reacts with one equivalent of monohydric alcohol in the presence of dry hydrogen chloride to yield alkoxy alcohol, that is also known as hemiacetal, which further reacts with one more molecule of alcohol to give gem dialkoxy compound known as acetal. Intermediate hemiacetals, which further reacts with aldehydes reacts with one equivalent of monohydric alcohol in the presence of dry hydrogen chloride to yield alkoxy alcohol intermediate known as hemiacetal. This hemiacetal further reacts with one more molecule of alcohol to give gem dialkoxy compound known as acetal. Now we'll write that general reaction RCHO. This is aldehyde adds with the molecule of alcohol ROH in the presence of hydrogen chloride gas. You are going to get an hemiacetal, that is RCHOR dash OH. This is hemiacetal, which further reacts with one more molecule of alcohol. You are going to get RCHOR dash OR dash. This is acetal plus H2O. This is hemiacetal, this is acetal. First is aldehyde reacts with one molecule of or one equivalent of monohydric alcohol in the presence of dry hydrogen chloride to yield alkoxy alcohol known as hemiacetal, which further reacts with one more molecule of alcohol to give acetal, that is gem dialkoxy. Gem means attached to same chromatin. This is alkoxy group, this is alkoxy, so gem dialkoxy compound known as acetal. Now let us discuss example for this. Now let us discuss example. Acetaldehyde, that is CH3CHO. Acetaldehyde reacts with one equivalent of ethyl alcohol C2H5OH. Its ratio is 1:1 in the presence of dry hydrogen chloride gas. In the presence of dry hydrogen chloride gas, we are going to get first hemiacetal, that is CH3CH C2H5, here OH. This is known as hemiacetal, which further reacts with one more molecule of ethyl alcohol. Yes, you are going to get acetal CH3CHO C2H5O C2H5 plus H2O. This is acetal. Now let us discuss one more example. Here we have taken aldehyde. Now we will take a ketone such as, or first we will discuss general reaction. RCOR ketones reacts with CH2H ethylene glycol, compounds such as ethylene glycol. Ketones reacts with ethylene glycol under similar condition to form cyclic product. Similar condition means, yes, gaseous HCl. You are going to get cyclic compound known as ethylene glycol ketal. We are going to get cyclic compound known as ethylene glycol ketal, CrOCH2 plus H2O, ethylene glycol ketal, ketones reacts with ethylene glycol in the presence of dry hydrogen chloride gas. You are going to get ethylene glycol ketal. Now let us discuss one example regarding this. For example, CH3, example, propanone or acetone reacts with ethylene glycol. In the presence of dry hydrogen chloride gas, you are going to get ketal. CH3 C CH3 OCH2 OCH2. This is a ketal. This is example for the formation of a ketal.